Hey, and thanks for joining us on this week's episode of For All Things Lexington, the only show dedicated to Lexington, South Carolina, and where a spade is always a spade. Here we'll talk to and about people, places, groups, things to do, and places to go in and around Lexington, South Carolina. I'm your host, Angela Barrett, and this is For All Things Lexington. Brought to you in part by GervaisStreetBridge.com, Columbia's most unforgettable free-to-list business directory. Hey guys, I am out here today with Dylan Hurley. He is the owner of Mad Dog Mobile Detailing. Hey Dylan.
Hey, how are you?
Good. So thanks for letting me come out here and invade your space.
Absolutely.
But this is great. I love it.
Thank you.
This is new.
It is?
Yeah. Well, this is a new part, which we'll get to. But you do mobile service detailing. So you go to people in these cute little vans that carry a lot of equipment. And then you've got this new part. Now, but it's not just automobiles anymore.
That's
You've
right.
kind of expanded. Tell me about that.
So, we did start off with passenger vehicles, and here of late, we've been doing a lot more in the marine industry, boats. But even as far as helicopters, agricultural helicopter used for spraying right-of-ways and fields. We've been doing some work for some local companies that have some aircraft, and that's been pretty cool. Pretty fortunate to be able to do that.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures. Those are pretty cool. You also do some work for maybe like some big fleets, or at least one company, 18-wheeler type.
So we do some cleanups for Worldwide Equipment over in West Columbia. They sell Kenworth big rigs. We also do some fleet cleanup for Camner Heating and Cooling out in Irmo. Mid Carolina Electric would service both of their locations, their Irmo and their Lexington location. We do a good bit of work for Southeastern Freight Lines. I'm actually out there today. We also do Lexington County EMS. We do a unit for them once a week. And we're actually out there this morning. We donated 2 ceramic coatings for their windshields today on 2 of their units. So
cool.
We're going to try to start making that a habit every time we go out, trying to do one.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have been doing Miss Daisy for a long time. And I don't know if y'all actually use Q-tips, but guys, what I will tell you is when they finish, it looks like every crevice has been cleaned with a Q-tip. So if you need your car or airplane or whatever detailed, this is the man you need to call. So tell me, you touched on the ceramic coating, and I know we are now sitting in your new building in order to get those kinds of things done. Tell me what all goes into that.
So we have a couple of different coating options. And the way that I explain it best is you either are 100% sure that you want a coating, or you're on the fence and you're not sure, but you want to see how they perform. So we offer a 1 and a 5-year coating. The 1-year coating is a good introductory coating that's, it's not too heavy on the pockets or too hard on the pockets. And then we have the 5-year that it's a little harder of a coating and definitely outlasts and outperforms that we're offering. And we also have a new car coating package that we offer for people. It's another option. They don't have to purchase the protection packages that the dealership offers. A lot of times you don't really know what goes into what the dealerships are putting in or onto the cars that they're financing onto the final bill of the car. And so this is another option that you can do after the fact for some superior protection at maybe a lower cost.
So this is not only for older cars who probably just need a little shine, but this is for brand new cars to help protect them.
Absolutely. And honestly, it's better suited for the newer cars. There's less prep work that has to be done for that. For the older vehicle, there is a lot more prep work that does need to be done before we can install that coating for it to properly adhere to the surface. So with that, there are costs associated with the extra labor that,
Sure.
that go into it for the prep work.
Sure. Now tell me exactly, what does this ceramic, what does it do? I mean, you said there was a 1 year that's not quite as hard, and then the 5 year that is hard. So what does it do? And then tell me the difference, I guess, in those.
So essentially, the simplest way to put it is a sacrificial clear coat over the clear coat of your car. The depth of your automotive paint is so thin, microscopically, it's altogether the thickness of like a piece of paper.
Oh, okay.
Like a printer paper. And so once that's gone, there's no more left. If you incur any damages to that, whether it be UV damage, sun fading, oxidation, water spots, bird dropping sat too long, bird poop, at some point that becomes permanent damage that has to be dealt with at a body shop, and that can come in to become a pretty expensive expense. I think a full paint shop. A full paint job right now at a local body shop is going for about $5,000. And so the idea is that you come in and you protect it up front. And it is kind of an upfront investment, but you protect your vehicle up front. It is cheaper in the long run.
And again, you have the 1 and the 5 year. And now, is that something that can be done, or it needs to be done in a closed setting like you have set up out here?
So our 1 years we can do mobile, our mobile units. We do like to have some type of shelter just because they have to cure. Our 1 year, we recommend at least 2 hours that it stays dry post application, and after that it can get wet. As far as our 5 year, it is a little more intricate of an installation, and so we do like to have more of a controlled environment for those.
And about how long does it take to, saying there's not that much prep work, you've got a fairly new vehicle, how long does it take to get that done?
For a vehicle in fairly good condition, for a new car coating with 2 of our guys, you're looking at about 2.5 to 3.5 hours. And that's paint, wheel faces, and the windshield coated. If you look at our standard 5-year coating that comes with the single stage correction, which is more of the prep work, you're looking at closer to an 8.5 hour, probably 8.5 hour job with 2 of us.
Wow, that is a long time.
We've had them run into 2.5 days. So.
Oh wow, depending on how big the vehicle is. So now, in your you have different packages for your detailed service, not including this ceramic, and it's on your website, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, you grew up in this area. We're out here, Batesburg, Leesville.
That's right.
Yeah, and this is where you grew up.
Yes. Not on this side of town. I grew up in town, actually. We've been out here for about 2 years now. Me and my wife and my 2 kids, we moved out here and set up shop.
Gotcha. Now, I meant to ask you, and I didn't. How did you come up with the name Mad Dog Mobile Detailing? Is that a beer goggle story I can't hear, or?
I was sketching in a notebook. I knew that I wanted to start a detailing business. I wasn't sure what I wanted to name it. And I actually found the notebook not too long ago. And I had written, sketched three names in there that I was toying around with. And I think one of them was like Lake Murray Detailing or Lake Murray Mobile Detailing. And the third one I had written was Mad Dog Mobile Detailing. And I wrote it, and I remember looking at it and going, wow, that rolls off the tongue. And I don't know why it popped in my head, but when I wrote it down, I shut the book, and I said, that's it. And I called her, and I said, I think we're going to start a detailing business.
Now, how long ago was that? How long did you start?
2017. So actually, August would be 6 years.
Oh,
August
nice.
would be right at 6 years.
Now, the logo,
yes.
The dog. Tell me about that.
To be honest with you, I created the logo. We didn't have Dobermans. I felt like I needed an aggressive type dog to put on the logo.
Yeah, to go with the name,
To go
sure.
with the name. And then shortly after we started the business and we had the logo, I told her, I said, you know, we need to go out. We need to go get Dobermans. And so we did. But they've been a lot of fun. But they're our little mascots.
Oh, like it. I like it. Now, speaking of your wife, Kristen, she is the one that helps you with your scheduling.
That's right.
And really keeps you straight and in line and where you're supposed to be on what day.
Yeah, at work and at home.
That's right. And then you got 2 precious children.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. And they're how old?
I have a 7-year-old boy and a 4-year-old little girl.
Yeah. And now your little boy is a Star Wars fan,
Yes.
like you.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a big Star Wars.
Hardcore, diehard.
That's
we watch all the movies. And,
Yeah, I've seen The Mask
Yep.
and
We'll have the boys' nights. We'll stay up and we'll watch the TV shows
right,
together.
matching, costumes.
Oh, yeah,
I've seen it. Yeah.
He loves it.
It's precious. It really is.
He loves it.
So if people need to get in touch with you about coming to their house and doing detailing or getting in touch with you about some of this ceramic coating, how would they do that? I know you have a webpage, which is...
So it's www.maddogdetailing.com.
Okay.
We're actually about to have that rebuilt for the 3rd time this year.
It's a process.
Yeah, so it be patient with us. But also, we have an office line. It is specifically for that business. It's a business line designated.
And what's that number?
And that is 803-580-9652.
Okay. And then obviously Facebook.
Facebook. We're very active on social media, Facebook and Instagram. We do actually book a lot of appointments off of Facebook.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, this is pretty cool. And I thank you so much for letting me come out
Absolutely.
here and invade your space and say hello to Kristen and the kids for me. And
absolutely.
it's almost Daisy's turn to get back.
That's right. Well, we're looking forward to it.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out with us today, and we hope you enjoyed the show. If you'd like to be a guest on the show or have a person, business, idea, an event that Lexington needs to know more about, email me, local@forallthingslexington.com. That's the number 4, y'all.
This episode was brought to you by the real estate agents at Home Matters, building on service, relationships, and on what matters to you. Find out how you matter and how they can help you with buying and selling your home at homematterssc.com.